oh, 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 hi everyone. Jothany Keith Tano here, Churchill's busiest music nerd, and it's time to review The Only Living Boy in New York by Simon and Garfunkel. Now, recorded in 1969 but released in 1970, this song preceded the duo's first breakup at the height of their fame. What are you doing here? Oh, you're ripping off that Anthony Fantano guy, are ya? You gonna rip off Cal Chichester too? Call him something stupid like Bal Buchester? Anyway, the song was released as part of the album Bridge Over Troubled Water, and while it's credited as being both by Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, it's mostly performed by Paul Simon as a sort of a letter to Art about why he's never around anymore, and like, what's the point of keeping up the band if he's not gonna be a part of it as much. With lines like, half the time we're gone but we don't know where, is essentially saying, hey, what the hell are we doing if we're not around to be a duo anymore? Like, why are we still a thing? There's no passion, there's no love for the craft anymore as there used to be, and maybe we should break up. Now, the reason Paul is saying this to Art is because around the time this song was produced, Art was down in Mexico shooting for the film Catch-22, and that's why the opening line, Tom, get your plane right on time, I know your part will go fine, it's essentially Paul saying, no, man, go ahead, you do you gotta do you gotta go down, you gotta shoot this movie because you're moving on. And I get it, but it sucks, and that's why I'm sad. Like, I'm still here I am still in New York without you. It sucks, but it's gotta happen, and I recognize that you gotta move on, but, you know, it just kinda hurts a little here. Paul is essentially saying, hey man, I'm fine, really, you go do you, I'm okay, but in his heart he's like, man, this really sucks. I really miss what we used to have. I really miss the band. I really miss the duo. And we're not investing anymore, and it sucks. The line, I can gather all the news I need on the weather report, is essentially Paul Simon also saying, hey, I don't really hear anything about anything anymore. It's like, I'm out of the loop. It's like we're not even a thing anymore. It's like, what's the point? Again, hinting at their first breakup at the height of their fame in 1970, and the line, I've got nothing to do today but smile, is, I love it, but the meaning is a bit hard for me to discern, because I initially thought it's like, hey, you know, everything's good, I'm happy-go-lucky, I'm free, but I realize now that it's more so Paul saying, I'm really okay, man, I'm totally fine, and I feel like it lends to the song's kind of like not necessarily sarcastic, but kind of facade-ish tone and narrative. And again, when Paul Simon reprises the line, Tom, get your plane right on time, he follows it up with, I know you've been eager to fly now, again hinting at their breakup for, like, again, but, like, he's saying that, look, man, I get it. It sucks, but I get it. And then he follows that line up with, hey, let your honesty shine, shine, shine now, like it shines on me, is essentially Paul Simon saying to Art Garfunkel, hey man, look, we both know what's going on, we both know that you want to move on, we both know that you want to do new things and end the duo, and it's time you made that clear. And now for the kind of heartbreaking outro of Paul Simon saying, here I am, it's just him going like, hey, I'm still here, he's moving on, doing new stuff, but I'm not. And the melody and the way the song is sung and played gives us this huge feeling of melancholy and sadness. Like, oh, he can't deny the fact that, you know what, he doesn't love the band as much as Paul did anymore. He's moving on. It's time I did too. It's just Art that's doing his own thing, and Paul Simon's just like, get out of here, man. I'm good. I'm totally okay on my own, like you are, thriving without me, without the duo, without the music. I chose this song because I feel that sometimes I can get stuck in a rut too. Like, I have friends or people I know who are doing like things better, who are doing things I want to do, but a whole damn lot better. Like, I feel like, oh man, I'm just here. I'm doing nothing with my life while all these cool people I know, or people I've heard of who are my age or younger are like making themselves already in the world. And that makes me feel kind of like, oh man, what am I doing? As for the overall quality of the song, I'd say that this is just another in a long, massive library of classics for the duo, who got back together eventually, but just now that I know the meaning of this song, it just adds so much value to it, and just like it feels way more heartfelt. I originally thought when I heard it when I was younger, it was just like, oh, it's just about this guy with no worries. He's got no worries. It's like he's a bit sad that his friends are leaving him, but he's cool in the end. And I realized that no, it's about this deep wound that having someone you love or are in a close relationship to move on leaves. It's about dealing with people moving on without you. Friendships don't last. Friendships don't last forever. Relationships don't last forever. Nothing really lasts forever, and it's about just coming to terms with that. And because of the deep meaning and the way it's the beautiful sound, I'm feeling a solid 9. Transition. Give me a good grade. Thanks.